Hello and welcome back. My name is John and I am here to help you on your English language journey. This is the first video lesson in a mini series to help you learn modal verbs and how to use them. I will make it simpler for you to use modal verbs by explaining how they function in English sentences. So let's begin. Modal verbs are special verbs that show modality. What's that? Well, modality is a grammatical word that means something can happen, must happen, or is likely to happen. Some common modal verbs you may know are can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, and would. Quite a few. And in this video, we will look at the modal verbs can, could, and also may. We will also learn why using the negative of could is different. So, what is a modal verb and how do we use them? The simple definition of modal verbs is that they are helper verbs used with the main verb to show that something is possible or planned or potential or necessary. If we only had a main verb in a sentence, it would be challenging to understand the story. For example, I bake bread. There is only so much information in the sentence. But if we add a modal verb, I can bake bread, we have a new layer of information. So consider the modal verb to be the same as building meaning. We built an idea to help explain the story, and we can go further. I can bake delicious bread. The modal verb can is placed before the main verb to help us understand a person's ability. In these examples, I can run fast. I can fly. I can cook. I can build a house. Now, what about the modal verb could? The modal verb could is placed before the main verb to help us understand that the sentence contains a possibility. For example, I could cook a tasty lunch for you. Or I could fly if I had wings. Could also helps us understand the intention of the story. I could dance better if I weren't wearing big boots. So, we know the modal verb can and could represent a person's or thing's ability to do something. But that's not all. Can refers to something with a strong possibility or event. In this example, I can walk 3 kilometers and not be tired. Could, on the other hand, is used to refer to something that has a weak possibility. So, I could walk 20 kilometers and not be tired, maybe? Both can and could can be used to make a request. For example, can you help me? Or could you help me? However, could, like in that example, is generally considered more polite or formal than can. So, how about permissions and requests? When we use can, our manner is friendly and informal. Can I use your pencil, please? Maybe that's a little bit exaggerated. Can I use your pencil, please? That's probably better. with could, a manner becomes polite. So, could I borrow your pencil, please? If you want to be polite to someone you don't know when asking for permission, again, could is the more polite choice. So, in these examples, I'll use my hands. Could you tell me how to find the library? Or, could I have some tea, please? Or, could you help me, please? So, manner is very, very important. Another modal verb, may, is also considered very polite, but it's used less often in some parts of the English-speaking world. But you could use it to ask permission very politely, like in these examples. May I know your name, please? May I ask if you have the time, please? May I use the bathroom, please? May I ask a question? So, if you want to practice more, you can try these examples. I will pause so you can repeat the sentences after me. Starting with affirmative sentences using can. I can play tennis. You can sing. My daughter can read. They can speak English. They can do the math. Affirmative sentences using could. I could play tennis tomorrow. You could sing with the choir. My daughter could read a novel. They could speak English with their friends. They could do the math together. Negative sentences using can. I can't play tennis. You can't sing. My daughter can't read. They can't speak English. They can't do the math. Before we look at the negative of could, I want to show you permission sentences using can and could. Can I play tennis? Can you sing a song for us? Can my daughter read that book when you finish reading it? Can they learn English with you? Can they do the math test today? Permission sentences using could. Could I play tennis with you tomorrow? Could you sing a song for them? Could my daughter read that when you finished reading it? Could they speak English together? Could they do the math test? Now, remember, with could, try to be more polite. Now, let's talk about negative sentences using could. Couldn't is the contraction of could not and is often used to express the possibility or impossibility of an action or event based on a condition. For example, if I had enough time, I could be on vacation now, but I couldn't finish the project, so I am still at work. In this sentence, the condition is if I had more time, but the speaker couldn't finish the project in time, so it was impossible to go on vacation. Another example, I couldn't have done it without your help. In this sentence, the speaker is expressing that they couldn't do something without the condition, which is someone's help. Now, the following examples are not conditionals, but rather events that occur due to another activity or occurrence. For example, because this happened, I couldn't do that. Or, I couldn't do that because this happened. I couldn't play tennis yesterday because it was raining. You couldn't sing with them because you had a cough. My daughter couldn't read the novel in the dark. They couldn't speak English with their friends without a dictionary. They couldn't do the math together because they were out of time. In summary, modal verbs are an important part of the English language and can express many meanings. You can practice using them in your speaking and writing to improve your fluency in English. And that's all for this video. I hope that helps you. If you want more educational content, check this over here. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, cheerio, bye-bye.